Hello everyone. Good morning to all. Respected our today's speaker, my mentors, seniors, friends and juniors. Physiomancer welcomes you all. Physiomancer Medical and Health is a platform from where you can gain knowledge and share knowledge to others related to medical and health. Today, Physiomancer is organizing free live session on the topic continuing core muscle training at home in this pandemic. So now I would like to invite our advisor of Physiomancer, come speaker of today's live session, Dr. Pooja Saikia ma'am. Ma'am was associated with Nanavati Hospital, Mumbai, and underwent a training there. Ma'am has a total working experience till date 6 years after passing MPT. Ma'am was associated as a consultant physiotherapist at DPRC for 1 year. Ma'am was assistant professor in College of Physiotherapy and Medical Science for 5.5 years. Now, Ma'am is presently associated with NAPNI Group of Institution as an associate professor. Ma'am is working as chief physiotherapist at Nivriti Physiotherapy Clinic. Ma'am has won international publication of her research work under International Journal of Physiotherapy. So I request all the participants to visit Google to have a look. And also ma'am has presented scientific research paper in various conferences. So we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Physiomancer. I'd like to congratulate the entire team, especially Amila and Jayanta, because they are doing an excellent work in this quarantine time. Learning is a never-ending process. We never stop learning. So definitely it's a beautiful platform so that we can also make some people learn, and even I'm also getting to learn lots of things from all the webinars, or you can say the live sessions in this Physiomancer. So without wasting much time, as you know, today's topic is regarding the core muscle. Actually, it's a very huge topic, but I have specifically summarized for you people. So without wasting much time, I would like to go to my topic. But before that, I would just like to take a small permission from the team of Physiomancer. As we know, Ma Saraswati, she is the Vedic Ma of arts and academic. So before going to my session, I would just like to play a tribute to Saraswati Ma. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes,
okay. I'm fine. Okay. So I'm just doing this. Thank you so much. So I shall start with my topic now.
Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Is my screen visible, Amilla?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, I shall start up. Okay.
Excuse me, one request to all the participants. Participants, please give your own name in the Zoom screen. Due to some security purpose, we need your name. Please give your own name in the Zoom screen. Some of the mobile names are coming. Please give your own name in the Zoom screen. Thank you. Ma'am, you can start.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so why have I chosen this topic? Because I think there is a misconception about the term core. So whenever I have asked students, what do you mean by core? Most of the people come with an answer that core muscles are abdominal muscles. Okay, most of the students, even some few people are having a misconception that core muscles are only specified to abdominal muscle. Okay, so that is why since we are all stuck up in home, we are all in lockdown and all are prone to the sedentary lifestyle. But if our core muscles get weakened, then what are the disabilities or what are the this hamper that we are going to give our body? Okay, so let us study something about the core and then I'll let you know something about the Swiss ball. Okay, so what is core? Core is defined as the box with abdominals in front, paraspinal and gluteus in the back, the diaphragm in the roof, pelvic floor, hip girdle, musculature in the bottom. Okay, what does exactly mean? So when I define the term core, we basically say that the part between the diaphragm and the pelvic floor is the core. Okay, like in a house, we have a roof. Imagine the roof as the diaphragm. Okay, we have your ground. Imagine the ground as the pelvic floor. Then we have walls in our room. Okay, imagine the walls as the front abdominal muscle and the back spinal muscle. Okay, am I clear what is the core? That means the area below the diaphragm, above the pelvic floor, and accompanied by the abdominal muscles in front and the spinal muscles in the back is called as the core. Okay, next, serve as a muscular corset that works as a unit to stabilize body and spine with and without the limb movement. Now, what does this point exactly mean? Why core muscles is important? Suppose I come to Amulya and give him a push. So what will Amulya do? Amulya will try to resist himself. Do you know how can he resist himself? It is because of the co-contraction of the abdominal muscle. Okay, if there are no proper co-contraction of the abdominal muscle, then if I give a push to Amulya, Amulya will fall down. That is why it's being told that it is the musculoskeletal corset. So in any patient, in spinal injury patient, stroke patient, you will always have to train the core in order to make the patient sit. Okay, the farther we go, the farther you will understand. Next, the human lung spine without muscle and viscera collapses easily, and that is why strength and stability is required in order to allow movement and carry loads. Okay, just imagine our body. Suppose in our body we do not have any muscles or any ligaments and tendons. We have just a hollow skeleton. Then what will happen? Will we be able to stand? We won't be able to stand. Okay, just imagine our lumbar and our structure is just, there are no abdominal muscle, there are no paraspinal muscle. Then what will we do? We will be falling. Okay, and that is why the importance of core muscle is very much in spinal stability. Okay, if muscles that control the extremities are strong and core is weak, then movements and transfer are difficult. Okay, now this point means what? Whenever you take any example, suppose I take an example of a cyclist. Okay, a cyclist, what they do? They cycle. So whenever they cycle, only the extremities part or lower extremities part are not enough. He has to have a proper core control because he has to transfer the force from the upper limb to the lower limb. Okay, now if I give an example of a boxer, just imagine I give an example of a boxer, then what will it be happen? How the boxer do? The boxer usually punches like this. So this force, okay, that force will be coming from the core muscles and will transmit to the upper limb. Understood? If the core muscles would have been there, only the power would have been from the elbow region. Okay, only the power would have been from the elbow region. So that is why it has been told that core helps in transfer of forces from the different extremities. Next, core is termed as lumbo-pelvis hip complex, consisting of musculoskeletal structures responsible for stabilizing spine and pelvis. Okay, so basically, when I have told the core, I have always told you from diaphragm to the pelvic, front abdominals, backside paraspinal. So if you see this diagram, you will see that core as a whole we describe as the lumbar, pelvis and hip muscle. Okay, there will be your muscles from the back of the spine, muscles from the abdominal, as well as muscles from the hip. Okay. Next, you see the core muscles. Okay, this is the core muscles. Okay, not only the abdominal muscles, which most people get confused with. Okay, so the core muscles consist of the lumbar spine muscle. Lumbar spine muscle, you see, transversus spinalis group, erectus spinae, quadratus lumborum, latissimus dorsi. Okay, these are the core muscles in the lumbar spine. I am not going to the origin and insertion because if I go to the origin and insertion, it will take a long time. Okay, so I have imagined that you people will know origin and insertion from your first year anatomy. Okay, now coming to the abdominal muscle. Okay, you have got the rectus abdominis, external oblique, internal oblique, transverse abdominis. Okay, next the hip muscles will also be contributing in the core. The gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, the psoas. Next, transversus spinalis, rotatus, interspinalis, intertransversory, semispinals and multifidus. Okay, I'll show few of the important core muscles in the diagram. So is it clear? So it is lumbar spine, abdominal, hip muscle and the transversus spinalis muscle. I hope till now it is clear. Okay, so these are the lumbar spine muscles. Okay, from the core. Now some important core muscles. I have specified few core muscles a little bit in detail because when I explain you the Swiss ball training, you can at least understand where the muscles are getting trained. Okay, so come to the rectus abdominis. Okay, so in movies and all, you all know that Bollywood actors have lots of six packs. Okay, Hrithik Roshan has six packs, Salman Khan has six pack. Now what is that six pack muscle? It is the rectus abdominis muscle. Okay, it is a long muscle of anterior abdominal wall. It extends from rib cage to the pubic bone. There are two parallel lines separated by midline band of connective tissue. Okay, so you see this diagram. This is the rectus abdominis muscle. This muscle is only prominent in Bollywood actors when they show they from front. Okay, so next time you see a six pack, it's just remember it is the rectus abdominis muscle. Next is the external abdominal oblique. It is paired muscle along on lateral sides of abdominal one, largest and most superficial. Okay, so rectus abdominis was here and external oblique will be in the sides. Okay, bahar ki taraf hoga, bahar. Okay, next is transverse abdominis. In this I am showing you almost all the muscles so in the front side. Okay, you can just come. In the middle, you have the rectus abdominis, which I have shown before. एकदम बाहर की तरफ होगा external oblique, अंदर की तरफ थोड़ा अंदर की तरफ होगा internal oblique. Then transverse abdominis will lie a bit more internal. Okay. Next, coming to the back muscle, we will talk about the multifidus. The multifidus rounds the length of spine. It has an unique design which provides support as well as keeping upright by providing scaffolding for vertebral column. Okay, so our spine, as I have told you, core muscles are divided into 4 columns. Okay, one of the core muscles is the multifidus. Okay, so this multifidus extends from the lumbar to the cervical. So when you have a weakness of the multifidus muscle, you are getting prone to different postural problems. Okay, even if you're having some multifidus weakness, you are going to have your abdominal distensions also. Next, we will come to the erector spinae. The erector spinae muscles are a group of muscle located in intermediate layer of Intrinsic back muscle. The muscles are expansive, extending the entirety of vertebral column from pelvis inferiorly to the base of cranium superiorly. There are 3 columns of muscle: medialis spinalis, centrally longissimus, laterally iliopsoas. As you can see, I have given this in the diagram. So multifidus and iliopsoas are this one. Basically, erector spinae, they are usually the back muscle. Now, in the hip also, I have told you that psoas major and gluteus muscle also contribute to the core muscle. Okay. So, by now, you must be clear. Abdominal muscles you might have been clear, lumbar muscles, and then you have got the hip muscles for core training. Now, coming to the benefits of spinal stability. Okay. Now, since you have got a clear idea of the muscle, I hope so. Now, that is why the spinal stability is so much related with the strength of the core muscle. There are 2 different concepts of spinal stability. One is the Punjabi model, one is the Burger model. Okay, I'll summarize the Punjabi model and the Burger model in order to simplify for you. Okay, now let us understand what are the benefits of this one, spinal stability. Improve posture and prevent deformities. Yes, so basically when you have a proper spine, okay, suppose you have got a lordosis. Okay, normal lordosis is very common, but lordosis which is the exaggerated anterior curvature of spine. So suppose if you have got a lordosis in your lumbar region, so there will be excessive kyphosis in your cervical region, okay, and that might lead to some other deformities such as hunchback, sway back. All these deformities will be there. Okay, so more stable center of gravity and control during dynamic movements. Okay, I'd like to give you one example of a pregnant woman. What happens in pregnancy? Pregnancy, the back pain. Once a woman gets pregnant, she has a back pain because the lordosis increases in case of pregnant women. So her COG shift, the center of gravity shifts. That is why she basically becomes a little bit unbalanced. Okay, so whenever you have any disturbance in your spinal alignments, be it lordosis or be it kyphosis, your COG shifts, and whenever your center of gravity shifts, okay, so the base of support will also be disturbed. So you can have a disbalance of the gait. So that is why spinal stability is very much important. Optimal moving patterns, which I have told you about a dancer or which I have told you about a boxer. Suppose weightlifter. If I take an example of a weightlifter, suppose a weightlifter, what he does? He takes the weight from lower to his upper. So this transformation, if he does not have a spinal stability, so he won't be able to transfer the weight to the upper extremities. Okay, breathing efficacies. Whenever you have scoliosis, okay, then you are going to have breathing difficulties. Okay, distribution of forces and absorption of forces, reduce stress on joint surface means what? Once I go to the spinal stability concept, Punjabi, I'll explain you these 2 points. Next, coming to the spinal stability concept, okay, there is one model. In 1992, this model was given to explain the role of spinal stability along with the strong core muscle. Okay, there are 3 components: passive, active, and neural. Passive subsystem is vertebrae, disc, joint capsule, and ligaments. What do you mean by passive? Normally, if I tell passive, passive means what? Basically, which is not under our control. That is called passive. Okay, so this, whenever we have got passive subsystem, it is God given, because this, whatever the joint things might be there, if the muscles are not strong enough, the joint would not be able to take the load. Okay, and if the joint is not able to take the load, then there will be natural disruption of instability of the body. So passive system will only include the bony articulation, be it vertebra, this joint capsule, or the ligaments. Understood? Okay, next, active system. Active system is in our hands, basically muscle and the tendons. Tendons also I'm not going much into detail, but muscle, because we can train our muscle. Okay, the core muscles we can train by ourselves. So the core muscles, according to Punjabi model, if we have got poor core muscles, the spinal stability will be totally lost. Okay, and since core muscle is an active system that is in our control, if the active system is not in our control, then the passive subsystem will also be not working. Let us take main example of osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis mein kya hota hai? When an osteoarthritis patient comes to us, what do we give? We give isometrics of quadriceps, hamstring. Why do we give? We need to first strengthen the muscles so that the offloading of joint takes place. Similarly, in case of active system of Punjabi model, we have to activate the active system first, muscles, in order to contribute to the passive system. Okay. Next is the neural and feedback system. Constituted various force and motion transducers located in ligaments, tendon, muscle, and in neural control. Okay, so whenever you have got a proper active system, then you will be having a passive system. Okay, so what will be happening? This feedback will go. As you know, our body has got the nerves. Okay, our body has got the neurotransmitters, right? So this neurotransmitters will give proper sensation. Okay, suppose in a spinal injury case, the vertebrae are completely collapsed, so the nerve sensation has gone, so it will give loss of sensation to the lower limb. Even later to be lost. Okay, I hope you are clear with the Punjabi model. This is a very huge concept, but I have this one I have simplified for you so that you can understand it pretty much well. Next, I'll come to the Barger model, which was given in the year 1989. Okay, Barger developed a model to summarize the role of core muscle and their contribution to spinal stability. Okay, so Barger has given one model and he has included two types of muscle. Okay, one is the global muscle and one is the local muscle. Okay, first twitch fibers comprises the global muscle, that is superficial muscle layer. Okay, now what is basically global muscle? Okay, global muscle वही muscle होता है जो हम लोग को weight transfer में help करता है. As I have given you the example of a weight lifter. Whenever he lifts weight, he takes the load from lower limb and gives to the upper limb. Okay, so that will be done by global muscle. Always remember that global muscle are long muscles. Okay, and that is superficial. I'll give the names of the global muscles also in the coming slide. And global muscle are first twist fiber. What is first twist fibers? That will do action. Suppose weightlifting, sprinting. Whenever you do a small endurance wala action, that is always performed by the first twitch fibers. Okay, these muscles are long and possesses large lever arm, allowing them to produce large amounts of torque and gross movement. Okay, so the global muscles, since they are superficial and long, just remember global muscles are usually multi-joint muscle. Okay, multi-joint muscles, so they will help in doing movements of the core. So, yeah. Next, we'll come to the local muscle. As Barger has given global muscle and local muscle. Local muscle are what? They are slow twitch fibers. Okay, they make up primarily the local muscle system. Okay, the deep muscle layer. These muscles are shorter in length and are situated for controlling intersegmental motion and responding to changes in posture and extrinsic loads. So, local muscle are what? They are short segmental muscle, one joint muscle. Okay, the muscle connecting to the vertebra, the muscle connecting to the ribs. One joint muscle, they are basically the local muscle. Local muscles are deep, yes, and they will just allow you to do one movement. Okay, and the local muscle, a group of local muscles will contribute in doing slow twitch function, that is long endurance wala function, such as suppose in case of running or marathon, what will happen? The person has to maintain a proper posture. Okay, when the person runs or performs a marathon, understanding? So that time the endurance is very much necessary. So this is done by the local muscle, which contributes to the slow twitch fibers. Okay, I hope you're done with the Punjabi and Bargma. So local versus global system. Local, as I have told you, short segmental muscle, proprioceptors and kinesthetic senses. Okay, now difference between proprioception and kinesthesia. Many of you are having confusion. What are proprioceptors? Proprioceptors are basically the stimuli, the receptors which can sense the movement, and kinesthesia is what? the ability of the joint to sense the movement. I hope I'm clear with this. Proprioceptions are what? Receptors or the stimuli that comes which can judge the movement, and kinesthetic are what? The ability of the joint to judge the movement. Okay, do not get confused. These are not same. Global, acting together, increase intra-abdominal pressure. As I have told you, global muscles are your superficial muscles, long muscle. They contribute in doing large amount of weight transfer, so they help in increasing the intra-abdominal pressure. Next is local muscle system, stabilizes the spinal segment. Okay, local muscle system are short segmental muscle. Okay, they give short your slow twitch fibers, such as your any kind of your sprinting, weightlifting. Okay, so these are the global muscle and local muscle. You can just click a photo if you want. Okay, I'm not going into the details. Okay, you can click a photo if you want. Fine, I'll change the slide. Now, components of core stability. Okay, so core stability is what? Strength, endurance, coordination, and balance. Understanding? Okay, so strength means what? The power or the capacity. Endurance means what? Holding the power for a longer time. Okay, suppose in case of running, in case of cycling, you will be needing lots of endurance to maintain the position. Coordination and balance, this one I have already explained you while explaining the COG just now. Okay, center of gravity and base of balance, why it is important. Understanding? Okay, so basically why Swiss ball is recommended. Okay, so why have I chosen only the Swiss ball? I could have given you another training programs for the core muscle, because Swiss ball is time over. Hello Amilla, you there? Amilla?
Yes, ma'am.
Is time over? No, no?
No. 8 minutes left.
Yeah, you just let me know. Otherwise, after that, we'll log in the second session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why I have chosen the Swiss ball, because the Swiss ball gives justice to all these factors: strength, endurance, coordination, and balance. Okay. The body responds to instability of ball to remain balanced. If you do a Swiss ball program, you will understand how the balance will be done, okay, leading to greater activation of core muscle, which results in improved back and spine. Okay, so once I tell you what is a Swiss ball and how are we going to train the core muscles, you will understand better. Okay, so I'm going to the Swiss ball directly. Okay, so this is the Swiss ball. I guess everyone has seen the Swiss ball in your OPD. Okay, so what is exactly a Swiss ball? Okay, it is constructed of soft elastic with diameter of 35 to 85 centimeter, 14 to 18 inch, and filled with air. Okay, so Swiss ball has got a soft elastic material, and its minimal size is 35 centimeter, which is equal to 14 inch, and highest this one size is 85 centimeter, which is equal to 18 inch. Understood? The air pressure is changed by removing a valve system and either filling with air or letting ball deflate. Now you must have wondered, when we sit on the Swiss ball or when we do exercise on the Swiss ball, why doesn't it burst? Yes, this question might have come to your mind. This is because Swiss ball is having a auto valve system. Auto valve system क्या होता है? अब जब भी किसी पे बैठते हो, that system has got its power to either air को preserve करना और air को बाहर निकालने के लिए, and that is why Swiss ball doesn't never get blast. It has got an auto valve system, okay, which suppose when you just get up, it inflates, and when you sit and do exercise, it expands according to the nature of your workout, and that is why it is completely safe and it never bursts. Okay, so Swiss ball has got different names: physio ball, Pilates ball, stability ball, gymnastic ball. Okay, लोग बहुत सारा नाम से इसको जानते हैं. Okay. Now I'm going to give you certain exercises. Just remember, these exercises I'm giving as a general feedback to different patients and to general people. अगर स्विस बॉल के बारे में कहूँ तो there are pilates, there are gym trainers. That is a very high level of exercises जो आपका patients और आप लोग खुद भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. So this exercise I am selecting keeping in mind the patients and general people like us which can do the exercise easily. Otherwise Swiss ball का बहुत सारे exercises है which comes under pilates and kinetic strength program as well as gym program. Understood? So first is the anterior and posterior pelvic tilts. Okay. Sit on ball with hips and knees at about 90-degree angle. So you see this diagram. The person is sitting in 90-degree. Okay, you can see the hips, the backs, the knees are completely straightened. The person is neither going forwards, neither going backwards. Okay, he is completely sitting. Okay, keeping your back straight and upright and just moving at hips and pelvis, slide your hips forwards and backwards. Okay, so what you have to do, आपका जो ये बैक है इसको आप देख रहे हैं, इसका बैक पीछे का है. I have shown one normal and one abnormal position. The one you see with the girl, okay, ये इसका normal है. You can see the girl is going forwards. ये बॉल पीछे जा रहा है. आप देखिए वो अपना कमर को आगे ले जा रही है और बॉल पीछे. Again similarly, she is taking the her hips and pelvis backwards और ये पीछे. But this guy, अगर आप देखें, he is taking his whole back backwards. Okay. So when you perform the anterior and posterior pelvic tilts, kindly make yourself straighten, okay, and just move your pelvis. Only your pelvis has to move, and your ball will go towards your backside, okay. And if you take your pelvis back, the ball will go towards your front side, okay. This exercise strengthens the deep abdominal muscle and improves pelvic and core control. Deep abdominal muscle, basically the local muscles, okay, and it will improve the pelvic and core control. Okay, are you clear with the anterior and posterior pelvic tilts? Next, I'll come to the lateral pelvic tilt. Position एकदम same है. वहाँ पे you go front and back with your pelvis. Here you will be going side by side. Okay, you see this girl. The girl, she's shifting towards her left, and the ball is coming towards the right. Okay, in the other picture you see the girl coming to the middle and going to the ball going to the left side. So this is basically the lateral pelvic tilt. Okay, everything has changed, same. You have to move the pelvis from left to right here, but no moving of this thing. Next, glute bridge Swiss ball. The person has to lie face up. The person has to lie face up. You see this diagram? She is lying face up. Okay, move her. You have to lie in supine position. Hips raised several inches. Sorry. Keeping the ball still. Bend the knees and place the foot on top of the Swiss ball. Keeping the ball still. Press through the heel and raise the hips into air by squeezing the gluteal muscle. Okay, इसका meaning क्या है? इसको आपको क्या करना है? Ball को you have to keep it near the ankle and the thigh. So first is you have to raise your hips, as you can see, like bridging. It's very much like bridging. Okay, आपको hips को raise करना है, then hold for a few seconds, then again bring your hips down. Okay, this is very simple. Take your ball inside the ankle and the thigh. Raise your hips, then take your hips down. Okay. So it mainly will target the gluteus and hamstring muscle. Okay, simple. Pelvic tilt समझ में आया? Now I'm progressing to the next. Next, a little bit more difficult. Once the person has learned the arts of this exercise, then we'll be progressing to this. Okay. It is glute bridge and curl Swiss ball. Okay. Start with your legs up on stability ball and hip raised several inches off the floor. आप लोग देख रहे हैं ये पहले की तरह similar है, but when you position ये hip ना ऊपर होना चाहिए. Do not keep hip down. You have to keep hip up as is keeping. Okay. Then curl the heels back in, bringing hips up again into glute bridge. Okay. इसमें क्या करना है? आपको hip ऊपर उठा के रखना है. Then you have to take the ball inwards. From the ankle, you have to take the ball inwards and take it out. Then you can take a rest. After that, again you proceed. Take the ball inwards and take it back. Clear? Okay. It strengthens the gluteus maximus, minimus, and the hamstring muscle. Clear? Next is leg lower Swiss ball. Lie face up with your legs straight and a Swiss ball between your ankles. Okay, this is very simple. You have to lie and keep the Swiss ball between your legs. Okay, raise your shoulders and head slightly off the floor. Keep your palms on the ground. Lift the squeeze ball into 45 angle and gently touch the ground. Okay, so ये simple है आपका exercise. आपको पैर के बीच में स्विस बॉल रखना है and you take it up and take it down. Take it up means अपना बार से नहीं. There's a procedure. 45-degree angle से. Okay, you should not make it less or should not take it your up. Okay, 45 degree पे रखिए and then take it down. If you are expert, आपको पूरा नीचे उतारने की जरूरत नहीं है. Do not touch the ground. Before touching the ground, just take it up. Amulya, how much time left? Amulya,
1 minute left. We can log in the second.
I think I should start my second session now because
Yes.
yeah, am I audible to you? Okay, fine.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Next, plank knee taps in Swiss ball. Okay, आप लोग को सिर्फ एक बात याद रखना चाहिए. Do not give this exercise in one day. हम लोग खुद भी एक दिन में नहीं कर पाएंगे. दो एक्सरसाइज करके आपको प्रोग्रेशन करना है. Initially, start with 2 exercises, then give it for 7 days or 15 days. देखिए पेशेंट कैसा हाल है. Okay, then kindly progress to other exercise because the more I'm going, the more tougher the exercise is. Understood? Okay, right. Just hear this. Your knees and lower thighs are positioned on stability ball. Okay, ये देखिए. Your knees and lower thigh. Do not go to this diagram. Kindly see this diagram. Okay, positioned in the stability ball, keeping a straight back and place your hands on floor. Back देखो straight है and heart पूरा नीचे है. Understanding? So this is your starting position for doing the exercise. Okay. Exhale and slowly pull your knees towards your chest. सांस को बाहर छोड़ना है. Throw your mouth. When you do that, you have to bring the ball inside. With the breathing, you have to take the air outside. Clear? Next, rolling the ball forwards as knees tuck under your torso and hips move forwards. Okay. So again, when you take it back, you have to inhale. Okay, ये थोड़ा whenever you bring it inside, you have to maintain at least for 5 to 6 muscles, 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so your position will be like this. Hands will be down, back will be straight, and it will be there. Then bring the ball inside. Hold it for how much you can. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, according to the patient's capacity, and then take it out. Okay, this will target the major muscle group of back, abdominals, and back, while targeting stabilizing muscle of chest and everything. So this is the overall 4 program. Normally हम लोग plank कर सकते हैं. Without the Swiss ball, we can go for plank exercise. Okay, but this Swiss ball will also help in your balance. Next, plank oblique knee taps. ये similar है पहले की तरह. पहले क्या था? आपको सिर्फ सीधा लेके आना था. इधर पे क्या होगा? You see this guy, इस लड़के को देखिए सीधा नहीं ला रहा है, टेढ़ा ला रहा है. Okay, from his hip, he is bringing the ball टेढ़ा. Okay, so this is the progression of this exercise. ये ball को टेढ़ा ला रहा है because this will helping him in the hip muscle. Okay, next, Swiss ball reverse hyperextension. The abs and pelvis are placed on Swiss ball. Okay, you have to place yourself like this. Next is The hands and toes have contact to the ground to stabilize the position. Hands नीचे है, okay? The back is kept upright. Feet सीधा है. The legs are lifted slowly. Okay, so इस exercise में क्या करना है? You have to just move your legs. Okay, from up, then down, up, then down. This is an advanced exercise. Okay, so once the patient has mastered the previous exercise, then go for this exercise. Yeah. Next is your Swiss ball. Begin in a plank position with feet on ball and hands on floor just below your shoulders. Okay, plank position पे ही रहना है. In plank position, what we have learned, taking the ball. Okay, now इस position में हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We'll do push-ups. As you inhale, bend your elbows to lower chest towards your floor. As you exhale, push back up to plank position. Okay, so you have to go simply. You have to go for a push-ups on the plank position. Rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, gluteus and obliquus. So it will target the abdominal muscle and it will target the hip muscles. Okay. Now this is last exercise. Okay, that I'm showing. This is called the ABC plank. Now what is your ABC? Okay, position yourself on Swiss ball in plank. Okay, position yourself. ऐसे position करना है. Resting on ball and feet positioned behind you. Keep your feet close together. If you feel unstable, feel free to widen your foot position. Then draw the letters of alphabet according to capacity. If you have a good balance, okay, over time, if you have developed a good core balance exercise, you can bring your foot inwards. Okay, but if you have got a little bit low balance, then you can take your foot backwards. So ऐसे position from A, okay, then B. How much you can? Write alphabets. A to Z. Then you take a break. Okay, one set is enough. You have to just write from A to Z, and then you can continue the exercise the next set. Because to complete a task from A to Z is very difficult here. कोई लोग सिर्फ A, B, C तक ही लिख पाते हैं. Or some people take a break and then again write the letters. Okay, so that is called the ABC plank. That means you have to write the alphabets. Okay, so with this I have come to my seminar, or you can say the live session program. Yeah, so I hope is it been clear to you. Actually core muscles, it's a very big chapter. बहुत big chapters है. तो ये actually 4 घंटे का topic है. To be very honest, but मैंने जो main points हैं which is necessary for you, I have just demonstrate, and I have also let you know to the training of Swiss ball. This, if you have Swiss ball in your home, अगर मेरे पास Swiss ball होता तो मैं दिखा देती, but since I am also stuck up in home because of lockdown, तो मेरे पास भी नहीं है. Otherwise I was planning to show you practically जितना हो सके. Okay, so I give to the organizing team.
Thank you, ma'am. If there is any question, you can ask, or you can unmute yourself. If participants have any question, you can ask.
Next time, अगर मैं core muscle पूछ लूँ, please don't tell me abdominals. Okay, students?
Yes, ma'am. Any question from participants? You can ask, or you can type in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and
students, you can give your feedback in the group. Okay, kindly share your feedbacks in the 7 live session wala webinar. Okay, because here it is a little bit difficult to read. So, okay, requesting everyone to please put your feedbacks in the 7 live session. Okay, I guess it's over, I think. Amulya, you are muted. Up mute ho.
Sorry. I request Jayanta to give vote of thanks. Jayanta, am I audible? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming in our live session. And especially thank you so much for describing it very beautifully. So thank you, ma'am.
And one more thing.
Thank you so
Puja
much.
ma'am,
Thank you to all the participants also.
It's a more informative session today.
one more
Yeah,
thing.
you'll not get in books.
Dr. Puja ma'am is our advisor of Physio Mansa.
Okay. See you all, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Please put your feedbacks in. Thank you.
Thank you.